classmates. Today I are going to introduce the different apparatus of the chemistry lab. It's very important to see, to know the total apparatus, that apparatus with what we are going to doing different types of lab experiment. So you should know first what is the name of the apparatus and what is the function. First of all, this is the stand. This is called burette stand. It is not only burette stand, but also we can use for other purposes like boiling of mixture, solution and other purpose. After that, you can see here the burette. Generally the burette is, you know, that apparatus by which we can use in the titration process. Titration, this is process. And now this is the tripod stand. This is a tripod stand. Whenever you try to boil something, you just put here, and after that wire gauge. This is the wire gauge. Wire gauge. Now this is the beaker. This is the beaker. Generally it is used for mixing chemicals, measuring some chemicals. And this is the conical flask. This is the conical flask. This is the reagent bottle. Reagent bottle. This is the reagent bottle. Generally it is used to keep some reagent for the reaction. This is the thistle tip. This is the thistle tip. Actually, the thistle tip used for mixing acid into other solution like water. After that, this is the watch glass. This is the watch glass. You can see the watch glass. The watch glass generally for observation of reaction, acid base and some indicator with acid and base. This is the funnel. This is the funnel. It is used for help in filtration. This is separating funnel. The apparatus is known as separating funnel. This is used for when two immiscible liquid, if you want to separate two both, like the mixture of oil and water, by this separating funnel. Now this is the Liebig condenser. This is a Liebig condenser. You can see inside one pipe is there, and outer side another layer of the pipe. That outer layer of the pipe contain fill with the water, cold water, and whatever the vapor will go through this, that vapor will condense due to the cold water. After that, pestle and roller. For the some chemical you can mix here by crushing, by grinding. After that, tongs. This is the tongs. Tongs, generally this is used for boiling some chemicals like, holding some magnesium ribbon or other chemicals. This is the spatula. This is the spatula. The spatula only used for the taking out some chemical from the bottle. This is called a spatula. You can see the both sides. Both end will have some shape of. By that we can take use in that direction. Now this is called deflagrating spoon. Generally the sulfur used to burn in this inside, sulfur. This is the lid, and this is the spoon, bottom side. You can hang and start heating anything like sulfur, and if you want to collect the gas, then you just leave it, the lid. Now this is called lab thermometer. Actually, there are two types of thermometer. One is called clinical thermometer. Other is called lab thermometer. Lab thermometer, the temperature up to 110 degrees Celsius, as well as you can measure the boiling temperature of chemicals. Now this is digital, weighing machine. This is the digital weighing machine. Actually, in chemistry, the small amount like 2 milligram, 1 milligram, the chemicals required. For that, we can use this digital weigh machine. After that, this is the pipette. The pipette is for taking some, that chemical, the liquid chemical, and mixing some other apparatus. This is the pipette. This is called pipette. You can see here. After that, glass rod. This is a glass rod. This is a glass rod. The use of this glass rod for stirring some chemicals so that the chemical is not sediment or the chemical is not precipitate. So for the stirring purpose, this is used, glass rod. After that, filter paper. Filter paper. This is the filter paper, and it is used for filter some suspension, like you can filter that soil particles, sand particles from water or mixture. This is the filter paper. And last, this is the dropper. This is a general thing. You are using these things for the taking out of some chemicals, because the acids and bases are very corrosive, so you can't directly touch the acid and base. This is for that's why we are using dropper. We are just taking acid and base and pouring inside the beaker, test tubes, and other flasks. Okay. So some next time we'll have the another introduction of another apparatus of chemistry.